Mr. Ennals, what are the objectives of the new bill?
Well, this is legislation to deal with a quite unique situation in Britain, in which we have something over 1 million coloured people, mainly immigrants from the Commonwealth. And while I wouldn't say that there is a frightening degree of racial discrimination, there isn't. But there is enough discrimination in fields of employment and housing and elsewhere to enable us to realise that everyone does not have equal opportunities. And the purpose of this legislation is not to ensure that our coloured minority have special privileges, but to ensure that everyone has equality in all the main fields in which life takes them.
What specific areas is it going to cover?
Well, we have an original act in 1965 which dealt with discrimination in public places. It means in cafes and restaurants and hotels. We firstly broadened that to deal with the whole range of services such as shops and transport, etc. But also the bill deals with employment, and that means promotion as well as appointment. It deals with housing, that means council, public housing as well as private housing. It deals with insurance and with credit facilities.
But as it's not possible to legislate to make people like each other, how are you going to enforce the bill?
Well, of course, you can't force people to like each other. You can't legislate against prejudice, but you can legislate against discrimination, against the actions that may flow from their prejudices. And there are really three parts. Firstly, the bill, of course, is a declaration that discrimination on grounds of colour or race is an offence, that it's wrong, an offence against society. For Parliament to say that is important. Secondly, the Race Relations Board, which was set up by the 1965 Act, will be expanded and given more powers, and its main job is conciliation. Where there is a complaint, the complaint will be examined. If there's no grounds for it, it will be put aside. On the other hand, if there are grounds for it, it's the job of the Race Relations Board to try and get an agreed settlement. If they can't get an agreed settlement, if there is a discriminator who is determined to continue to discriminate, then of course the court is the answer. There a civil offence, not a criminal offence, but at least with some damages to the person who has been aggrieved.
Mr. Ennals, thank you.
Thank you.